from the lakefront. A look there at Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. With Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and this is Spencer Schrader to get things rolling. And off we go from Soldier Field. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. The #1 pick of the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Off play action. Here's Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw it again, it's Williams. That's into the hands of Moore. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Bears first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. to the goal line and in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. The kick is good, and the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Anthony Gould now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is. And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath, but give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
On second down, here's Jones. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
Throwing is Jones on third down. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Pushed out to his left. Now he'll run it. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he will score! Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Indianapolis.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Spencer Schrader now on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Colts come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready now for their second drive. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Flush to his right, and he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll get that to Zacchaeus. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. The Bears send out their punt team. Back deep for the Colts, Anthony Gould. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Colts offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw is Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones. He'll try to run for it, and he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you, and here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up 4th down.
So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Devin Duvernay back deep for Chicago. A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive.
Automatic first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Jones going to try and throw on 3rd down. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Little miscommunication there, now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and that'll bring on Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. And back deep is Devin Duvernay to return. Returnable from the 17. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. It's 2nd down.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here, the defender just trusting those eyes and breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. 1st down, Chicago. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Here's Williams. To the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
On 1st and 10, here's Jones. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
So anytime a defense sees an offense set up with an empty backfield, a lot of times these blitzes, these are checks. And this is where, as a quarterback, you have to understand who is accounted for by my protection and who is not. Anybody who blitzes that you can't block, that job is on you to get that ball out of your hand.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Jones. Short one, and it's caught by Warren. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Colts. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. You have all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
The extra point, up and good. And the Colts will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It may be a little more conservative approach following that interception on the last drive. With nobody open, instead of forcing it downfield, he just throws it away, and you can tell he's trying to avoid another costly mistake.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Williams. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. That pass is caught by Burden. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
On the return is Gould. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Jones. Left side, that is caught by Warren. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Taylor. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing, Jones. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key 3rd downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now. as he's on to punt for the second time. Duvernay to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Bears offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Not much there, maybe a yard. From a couple of yards shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Now Williams going to keep it himself. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
Here's Torrey Taylor now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. Take this in back at the 16. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action, it's Jones. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
That's out quickly to Pittman. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. from the 46. Here's 2nd down and 6. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. 13 yards on the catch there. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll go big, 3 tight ends in the formation for 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up 3rd down.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Soldier Field. Following this, play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd and goal. Jones operating out of the pistol. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Spencer Schrader comes on to try the field goal. Officially a 29-yard attempt. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Colts build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over once more. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Williams gonna look deep, looking for more. That is brought in, and he'll be taken down. Now after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff gonna get a chance to look him over during the break. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Kyle Manunga. Touchdown, Bears. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
On is Santos for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Ashton Doolin now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Colts offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jones. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tyler Warren, the man he was looking for there. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
A short pass taken in by Warren. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. They'll look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. Finding room at midfield. That'll be good for 11 yards. Still short of the 1st down marker. And 3rd down coming up.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
When you run these quick smokes or tunnels, wide receiver screens, they go by a variety of names. When you throw the ball to your wide receiver behind the line of scrimmage, you're counting on the defense playing very soft, and it's all going to be run after the catch. He's able to pick up enough here to bring up 1st down.
Jones now on 1st down. That one taken in by Mitchell. And he's going to have the first down. They're also in field goal range at the 28-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Spencer Schrader comes on to try the field goal. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that kick will help extend the lead, but remember, Mike, it's still a one-possession game. Halftime's right around the corner, so both teams, there's a lot of work left to be done before we crown a winner here.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. Devin Duvernay going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Jones. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one, and it'll bring up second down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Colts about to kick this one away. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Rolling to the left. He'll tuck it and take off.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
The Bears sending out their punt team as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Defense. Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. A run with Taylor. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They go right back to Taylor. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go again here with Taylor. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. Third and 5. to throw. It's Jones. He's going to keep it himself. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back, but instead you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
Out to his right, he'll take off again.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Jones. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Here's 1st and 10. Give up the middle to Taylor. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
This one caught at the 4, and he'll take it on in. Mo Alley Cox. Touchdown, Indy. Here's a 2-point try. Jones bringing the offense to the line. They'll go with Taylor on the ground. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Williams. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Connection made. It's Burden. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They fake the handoff. Now Jones. And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Here comes the jet sweep. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Now Jones throwing on 2nd down. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll run the sneak, and he is going to have a Colts 1st down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
Jones now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Jones to throw on 2nd down. He'll step up and run this. And a nice run. It'll be close to the 1st down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
That one complete to Pierce. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Shotgun now for Jones. He's going to tuck it and go.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
They need to get to the 22, but now face third down. Working from the gun, it's Jones. Here's a deep shot for Pierce.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
So on fourth down, Spencer Schrader is on for the Colts field goal. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Colts will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Rolling right. And he will slide at the end, give him about 5. And now it's third down.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that is incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
We had a chance to sit down with the defensive coaches the other day, and we asked them, give us a few key points for today's game. And the first thing out of their mouth, Mike, what was it? It was, we got to get off the field on third down. Well, here we are in the second half, and they've done just that. Right now, this offense has no answers on third down.
Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Backs to throw is Jones. That's to the left side and taken in by Downs. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Jones. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
The Colts about set to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. Here's Williams. They'll go underneath to Komet on the screen.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To throw is Williams. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's caught. It's the tight end, Komet. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. It's a pickup of 14. And the decision to go for it pays off.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down. Now a toss, left side, it's Swift. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. Give him a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Throwing is Williams. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And he will score! Game on! Roschon Johnson, touchdown Chicago. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for one and make it a one-possession game. Or some people think about going for two here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for two, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. And the RPO, that one is complete. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time, comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
2nd and 11. Now, Jones. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. 13 yards on that pass play. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Jones. Pass right side to Downs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, Indianapolis.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
2nd and 10. Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And this one is caught by Pierce. 17 yards on that connection. That's good for a Colts first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left him nowhere to go, and no gain.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
It's a good pickup on 2nd down, but there is a flag down, and this one might not stand up. To throw is Jones. That one taken in by Mitchell. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Colts. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Schrader now on for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Colts will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. work his way across the 25-yard line. Now, Caleb Williams and the Bears down by 15. 2:25 remaining. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's a big one. This 3rd down. Here's Swift. And he's going to have enough there for the 1st down. Take it up to the 43-yard line.
You know, how often do we see, Mike, in these 3rd and short situations, there's so many bodies up near the line of scrimmage, and this back has his head down, hitting it so hard that sometimes he runs into that line, and sometimes he can come out that backside.
They'll drop to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Now on 2nd and long. Williams. That's going to be taken in by Durham Smythe. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. We'll talk things over before 3rd down.
It's actually a really nice job there on 2nd down, putting this into a 3rd and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that 1st down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Williams. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's a 2nd charge timeout to Chicago. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That's out left and complete to Burden. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line. They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still 1 timeout left. The final minute, 1st and 10. This one taken in by Odunze. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. Here's 2nd down and 3. To throw it again, it's Williams. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just one here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
The Colts offense about ready to take over once more. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts, so just one kneel down and then time to shake hands. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.